Denise Dillon, head coach of the Drexel Dragons, coming off a 19-13 campaign a year ago, and as Al said, another postseason spot, your second year in the WNIT. Right. Things are looking pretty good in Philly, right?
Yes, they are looking good. We just need to continue the streak. Obviously, you'd like the NCAA tournament, but to get postseason play is definitely a goal each and every year.
And with Camille Nasiscate,
yes.
She led the CAA in three-point shooting,
right.
48% shooter from out there, just under 18 points a game, 6 rebounds. What is her leadership going to be this year? I mean, last year was phenomenal, but what do you expect out of her this year?
Well, I expect great things from Camille, and only because she's expecting them of herself as well. What she's bringing each and every day early in the season to practice is her focus. She's not just a three-point shooter anymore. Obviously, we want her to shoot the three anytime she's open, but her inside game has really developed.
Nice.
Will the return of Marissa Crane take some of the pressure off of her, hopefully?
Oh, absolutely. Holly Mershon stepped into that position last year, a position she had never played, so it gave her the game experience that she needed. But we need Marissa back at the point in order to put everyone in their natural position, and it will help Camille because just as seniors, they're looking for one another, and we're counting on Marissa to get in there and do what she does best.
And you were 19-13 last year, and how do you build on that success?
Well, I think last year's season, there wasn't a lot of expectations. So the girls, it was their motivation and their goal to do great things for Jasmina Rosiel, our lone senior last year. And they showed what they're capable of doing as a team. So I'm hoping the same for this year. Rally around our 4 seniors. They were, as freshmen, the CAA championship, we had won. We've gone postseason play each year that they've been with us. So we're expecting the best in their final season.
If you take a look at the highlights that we've been showing, it looked like a lot of the production was from the outside.
Right.
But you can't just be a perimeter team. There are going to be nights when you're not hitting the outside shots. What about the inside play, I guess, of Tyler Hale and Taylor Wooten?
Well, what we have really focused on in the season practices is our inside game. We have Tyler Hale returning, Taylor Wooten. We have Nikki Jones, who transferred in from UMass, who is really our first solid post player in the sense she's more comfortable playing with her back to the basket. We look for versatile post players facing up, and that's what Taylor Wooten does a nice job of, and Tyler Hale. So the addition of Nikki Jones will give us some inside play, some easier buckets than always counting on the outside 3.
And the pre-CAA challenge in the schedule, you have a couple of Big East teams in Pitt and Seton Hall and an SEC team in South Carolina.
Yeah, we put together a tough schedule, but we felt each and every year with our out-of-conference games, the girls really stay motivated and focused on showing up to practice every day, knowing we're going up against the best. So it's only preparation for what we're going to see in the CAA, because it's definitely one of the tougher years.
You talked about the outside game. We know you've got that, the improved inside game with a true post player, feeling comfortable with her back to her basket. Is the sky the limit? What is the limit for this team? I mean, can you contend for the title perhaps?
I believe we can.
And you sound like you're pretty optimistic about things.
I am optimistic. I love the group we have this season. It's going to take team basketball, but I do feel that we have the pieces of the puzzle in place.
And you were speaking of the toughness of the CAA this season, top to bottom,
exactly.
Night in, night out. You're going to have a challenge on your hands.
Oh, there's no question. There's no question about it. I mean, the top teams are legit in every position and what they return, and they've proved it year in and year out. But then you're looking at the teams that may have been picked in the bottom, but we know, last season going up against some of them overtime, double overtime. We know that it's a battle day in and day out.
Right.
I've got to ask you, you've got something that a lot of schools don't have, and that is a very unusual home court situation. I mean, the DAC, if you've never been there, do yourself a favor and go see a basketball game at the DAC.
Come watch
because it's really an intriguing, it's old school, but I mean, that's got to be a heck of a home court advantage for you.
It is, and each and every year the crowds have gotten better. The support we've gotten from the student body has been tremendous. It's a tight arena, and we love playing on our home court, and we've done a nice job of defending the home court.
And this is your 9th year on the sidelines. How have you evolved? I surprised you there. How have you evolved as a coach during your tenure?
Well, I feel just as a player, when you have more experience and understanding of what you're doing, you become better. And you learn something new each and every year, whether it's from veteran coaches or your players themselves. They always bring something different. Each player is unique, and each team you have is unique. So if you can continue to learn and grow with them, you're only going to evolve into a better coach as the years go by.
Has recruiting become easier for you the more entrenched you become in there? And what's it like recruiting to a big city university?
Well, recruiting is always a great challenge for any university, any program, but with the success that we have had, we've done a better job with the local players. You know, it was always some of the other teams in the area were drawing
Sure.
some of the top players in the city, but we've done a nice job of getting them to our place. So not only, do we continue with the international recruiting because we're in a big city, you also are getting some of the local standouts as well.
Nice.
And so far in the early workouts, I mean, you're pretty pleased with the way things have gone.
I am pleased. It always helps when you have a veteran team. It really does. Just them understanding what practice is about and what you're expecting from them. So it's run smoothly, and they're remaining focused and they're working hard, and that's what you need at this time of the year.
Well, Denise, first of all, congratulations
Thank
on a
you.
job well done. Good luck this year, getting back to postseason play, and we look forward to a lot of big things.
Thank you
Coming up
very
short.
much.
Well,
Have
I'll
a
tell you
great
what,
year,
we've-
Coach.
Now, I know there's going to be a lot of excitement in women's basketball at Drexel.
Go to ESPN3 for the complete replay of the 2011 CAA Basketball Media Day Live.